Well, everyone, the Samsung Galaxy S22 came out not like a few years ago, but like about a year and a half ago, a little bit over that. So let's go and see how this phone holds up in the later part of 2023. Now, a few things about this phone have changed this particular year, which I've already talked about. But since my mid-year review, the only thing I can think of that we've really seen is the Android 14 update, which kind of is coming out, and then the Galaxy S23 FE that came out, that is basically the S22, but just kind of rebranded. So I will tell you, the S22, still worth buying. I still use this phone quite a bit. And funny enough, if you want to buy it, you can always buy it in the link down below. You can get it from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside of the Galaxy S22, still nothing has changed. It's the same old, tried and true 6.1-inch dynamic AMOLED display on the front, and it's still a very good looking display. I mean, 120 Hz, we all know what this thing looks like. Very good display with the hole punch as well. I've even compared this thing against the iPhone 15 display, and I think the 15 display is just slightly better, but the S22's display is still very, very good for what you're getting. USB Type-C on the bottom, frosted glass back, triple camera setup as well. Like, this is still a very solid camera. And like I said, for one, I'm a massive fan of the way this type of, this lens looks, this whole entire phone looks, and it's still a very good display and a very good phone for the most part on the outside. Now, camera-wise, again, nothing changed here either. Triple camera setup, wide ultra-wide telephoto, 8K capability. I did compare this thing against the iPhone 15, and like I said, I mean, the camera on this thing is also very, very good, and I think it's still a very solid lens and a very solid camera that you're getting with this type of device as well. So it gets a thumbs up for me without a doubt there too. On top of that, this phone, the other thing that changed is basically the software. You are kind of getting a better version of software now than you were getting before. So once Android 14 comes out on all the Galaxy S22s, I still haven't received it on my specific one yet. I think it's still in a beta or whatever. But whenever this thing comes out officially, you are going to be getting a much better version of software with a lot more features inside of that device too, which is always nice to have. You want to have a phone that's always improving and always getting better. And this type of device is pretty much right there. It is always getting better and getting improved. And I do think Samsung has some tricks up its sleeves where it's going to go through and it's actually going to probably increase the longevity of these particular phones. So that's going to be something that's going to be very, very crazy. And once again, I can't wait for Samsung. Samsung, supports this thing until like Android 16. That's going to be insane. So I can't wait for that thing to come out. Hopefully, it ends up getting supported there. Now, the other thing, we had the S23 FE come out as well. And the reason why that's even kind of relevant here is because the S23 FE kind of did almost like, rebrand the S22. It has almost the same internals as the S22, so I think it's fine, I think it's great, but you are almost getting the better version of software, better version of everything on the standard Galaxy S22. The reason for that, I think this phone still is very much supported. I think this phone is still very much, good. I think it's a very great device. Like, if you want to go and buy it, I think it's there for you. The S23, I think, compares very well against this thing too. You don't have to go ahead and buy the Galaxy S23. You can always buy the Galaxy S22 and still have a very, very good device from that specific perspective as well. So overall, what I'll tell you is the Samsung Galaxy S22 is still completely worth buying for sure. It's a very, very good phone, and I think, Samsung knocked it out of the park with this device. It may not be perfect, but I think Samsung did a really good job. If you can buy this thing for like less than $400, I think it's completely worth buying. If it starts going up to like 400 something, then I don't think it's worth buying then. But you can even probably buy this thing for like 200 something dollars right now too. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.